Are you trying to lose weight but finding it difficult? Do you feel tired throughout the day or experience brain fog? Or simply, do you crave sweet things or feel the need to eat often? If your answer is yes to any of these, you have a glucose problem. And don't worry, friend, I did too.
Oh my god, I think I need to take a nap.
Boy, am I tired. Craving something sweet. In this video, we're going to explore some food hacks that are going to change your life. With these hacks, not only will you feel more energized, you'll feel less hungry, in a better mood, and find it easier to lose that stubborn fat. But first, let me introduce you to someone you should know for this video. Meet Jessie in Charles Pei, otherwise famously known as Glucose Goddess, biochemist, influencer, and author of the book Glucose Revolution. I bought, studied, and read her book and chose 4 hacks to test and see firsthand if it truly works. I tested these hacks over a week, eating 2 of the same meals for each hack, 1 as a control and 1 to test a hack. Then I waited for my glucose monitor to measure and compare the glucose spike for each meal. Also, to test which hack works the best, I ate the same chicken burger for breakfast over 5 days, 1 as a control and the other 4 to test out the hacks. And finally, we had the ultimate meal, one where I tested all 4 hacks and the other with none. Also, we have a bonus hack at the end, so stay tuned. But before we get started, let me introduce you to the sponsor of this video, BetterHelp. If you clicked on this video, you're probably looking to improve your health or manage your health better. And like you, friend, that's what motivated me to dive in deeper to learn more about glucose. Wanting to work towards losing weight, feeling better, and just taking care of my body long term. But I soon learned managing glucose levels effectively is more than just dietary changes or food hacks. Stress and mental well-being play a crucial role on how our bodies handle glucose. And that's where BetterHelp comes in. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who is trained to listen and give you helpful, unbiased advice. You can do it all from the comfort of your phone or computer through phone call, video chat, or messaging, whatever suits you best. It's easy, with therapy being available to you 1 button away. To get started, simply head over to their site, answer a few questions, and BetterHelp will match you with a professional suited to your needs. Visit betterhelp.com/HANNAKIM, which is HANNAKIM at sign up, to enjoy a very special discount on your first month of therapy. Let BetterHelp help you be the best version of yourself. Wait, hold on. What exactly is glucose and why should we care? Glucose is a type of sugar that provides energy to the cells in your body. We get glucose mostly from the food we eat, especially carbohydrates. After digestion, glucose is absorbed into the bloodstream. Too much glucose in our bloodstream causing a glucose spike. The more carbs and sugars you eat, the bigger the spike. Glucose spikes contribute to imbalanced glucose levels and therefore leading to brain fog, cravings, weight gain, but also more severe issues like heart disease and diabetes. Just think about it this way. The bigger the glucose spike, the bigger the crashes. It's just like a roller coaster ride. It quickly climbs up and it quickly drops. During that sharp crash, you feel more tired and get more cravings because your body is trying to compensate for the sudden drop in glucose, creating this whole cycle of a never-ending glucose roller coaster. And that's why everyone, whether you have diabetes or not, should work towards having stable glucose levels to protect our bodies from immediate short-term effects and devastating long-term effects. So now that we're more acquainted with glucose, let's get into the hacks. Number 1, eating your food in the right order.
It's time to eat this deconstructed burger. We should be eating in the order of the fiber, so the vegetables first, then the protein, then the bread.
This hack alone reduces your spike by 73%. This is because if carbs are eaten first, they are broken down into glucose earlier and absorbed into the bloodstream quickly, ultimately leading to a glucose spike. So eating carbs last slows down the rate in which glucose enters the bloodstream. As for the overall experience though,
I don't think you're gonna get that flavor explosion you'd get if you ate this as a whole. It's just like a salad. Oh, just feels like I'm biting into a raw onion. And that's it, all clear. Did I enjoy the meal? Definitely not as much as if I was to have it as a whole burger.
Eating in the right order barely caused a glucose spike compared to the control burger. I tested this out with a different meal consisting of salmon, asparagus, cucumber, and quinoa brown rice. In both cases, due to the nature of the meal itself, that is, less carbs, no spike was to be seen. However, eating in order barely caused a variance in my blood glucose levels. Similar to the burger, the experience wasn't the most enjoyable, but the effect was definitely still there. The lesson here is to experiment how to create more flavorful food for each nutrient group. Number 2, have vinegar. Any type of vinegar, white wine, red wine, balsamic, or apple cider vinegar, all have the same effect on flattening the glucose spike. Not only that, it helps you reduce cravings, makes you feel less hungry, and hear me out, burns fat. The enzyme that breaks down food into glucose is inactivated in the presence of acetic acid. I think I said that right. Meaning glucose enters our bloodstream much slower. Also, this fascinating thing, acetic acid, encourages your cell to absorb glucose faster from your bloodstream, resulting in lower blood sugar levels and therefore flattening the spike. This hack is also especially useful if you're in the mood for a sweet treat. Hello friends, it's been a long day, so I got myself an acai bowl. I absolutely love acai bowl more than I do ice cream. I think at one point in summer I had this like at least twice a week. And though it claims to be all natural, I'm curious to see how much sugar is really in this. This is exciting. A science experiment, if you will.
A few moments later.
Hey guys, I had to turn on the camera because first, look how beautiful that sky is. Anyways, more importantly, you guys need to see my glucose level right now. I expected a spike, but not this. All throughout yesterday and today, my glucose levels has been around like max hitting 6. But look at this. Are you guys seeing this? 9.0 and rising. That's insane. And that's from an acai bowl, ladies and gentlemen. Really interesting. Very eye-opening as well.
1 week later.
Hello, so we are going to have an acai bowl, but before that we're going to test out a hack. Pour in about a tablespoon, add some water, and there you have it, your glucose spike reducing concoction. You're going to use a straw because it is quite strong and you want to make sure you protect your teeth and your gums. Cheers. Oh my god, I will say this, it does not taste good. The difference in the glucose spike is huge. Not only that, I felt a huge difference in how I felt, feeling less tired and craving less food afterwards. Oh frick, but what if I forgot to drink vinegar before or during my meal? Well, that's okay because this vinegar hack is effective even after 20 minutes of eating. Okay, Hannah, but what should I do if I can't choose to eat an order like having a curry, or I don't have vinegar on hand like at a restaurant? Well, rest assured friends, let me introduce you to hack number 3, adding a green starter. This hack is different to the one before, eating in order, because instead of singling out the fiber and the vegetables, you're actually adding a whole new dish to your meal instead. An appetizer or entree, if you will. But the science is the same as before. Eating fibers first adds a mesh that slows down the intake of glucose. This green starter is with zucchini and Parmesan cheese from her book. Bon appetit! I try to make it nice and pretty, kind of plate it up like ratatouille. That is really good. I don't think I've ever had zucchini on its own before. I surprisingly really like this. Other than enjoying my burger far more this time, the results were quite astounding. The control burger had a plus 2.7 impact, whereas the green starter had a plus 1.6 impact. You could think maybe because you had more food and more calories, it could lead to a greater glucose spike. But this hack shows it's not about what you eat, but more so how you eat instead. This hack is also great news if you're choosing to go out to eat, maybe a nice dinner date at an Italian restaurant, or family dinner having Chinese food, or in my case, pizza. Hello everyone, we are here at the restaurant to eat some pizza. Right now, my glucose level is relatively high. It's not focusing. It's at 6.4 right now, and we're gonna see how pizza is going to affect my glucose level. If I'm gonna have a glucose spike. Do you think I'm gonna have a glucose spike?
Yes. Why did it go up there? Why did it spike up?
I had pasta and steak. Ideally, the reason why I was asking about the salad is because if you have a salad and then carbs, the spike is like half the size.
This first?
Just the spinach. Cheers to glucose. This is good. This is very good.
The next day.
Here we have the pizza from yesterday. We've got the same flavors and the same amount that I had yesterday at the restaurant to keep things even. Let's just pretend the background is the lovely restaurant. But before we have the pizza, today's green starter is just a salad with some dressing. As to how much you should be eating for your green starter, Glucose Goddess recommends a 1-to-1 ratio of fibers and starches. Having any sort of fiber is always better than none. And as expected, eating pizza with the greens elevated my glucose levels less compared to without it. The possibilities are endless with this one. Raw carrots, grilled eggplant, or for my friend Jenny who might be watching, a whole iceberg lettuce too. Here's a quick fiber cheat sheet. Choose any of these, mix it up, and make it a green starter. Surprisingly, the pizza restaurant I went to didn't serve any salads, and that might be the case for you as well. Let's say the restaurant you go to doesn't offer any green starters, you don't have any vinegar on hand, and you just can't eat in order. Well then don't worry friends, you have absolutely no excuse for this next hack. Number 4, move after you eat. This hack is definitely one you can do anytime, anywhere, with anyone, and all you need is just your body. The science behind this one is easy. Your body needs glucose for energy, so if you move after eating, your body will use the glucose almost immediately, and therefore less glucose in the bloodstream. And you already know what that means. Flatten glucose spike. Alright guys, I just finished eating and now we are going to do 100 squats. I'm just joking, who am I kidding? I'm gonna do 50 squats. Glucose Goddess recommends 30, but we're gonna see how 50 does and see if this works. I am in a skirt because I just got ready for church. Glucose Goddess recommends you exercising within 70 minutes of eating time. So she said as long as your muscles are moving, you could be doing vacuuming, you could be doing a walk outside. I've just lost count. Oh my god, I forgot how difficult these are. 50. Okay, we are done. I'm like sweating out here. As you can see, there was a clear difference in glucose levels, and the results was similar for our second menu. Sitting down and not moving around will get you feeling tired, and you'll really feel that food coma. Not only does this affect your mood, but also your overall productivity. So with movement, not only are you feeling better, but really taking care of your body and your mind. As for what kind of exercise and how long, it's completely up to you. Glucose Goddess mentions either 10 to 20 minutes of walking or 10 minutes of resistance training, but get creative and tailor it to you. Everybody's bodies sounds like a tongue twister. Everyone's bodies are different and you just need to find what works for you. Maybe lift some weights, do some planks, or if you're feeling extra adventurous, 100 burpees. And finally, number 5, the bonus hack. Have sweet things as a dessert. By now, we already know sugar rushes are real based on how our bodies absorb glucose. But the good news is we don't have to give up on these sweet treats completely. We just need to change how and when we eat it. As we saw clearly with the acai, having sweet things on its own will cause a major glucose spike. But if we have sweet things as a dessert after a meal, the glucose spike will be reduced, especially after having a trusty fiber, proteins, and fats. This applies to any sweet thing, chocolate, fruit smoothies, and even fruit. Just made myself a quick meal. Just got some eggs, cucumber, and some tomatoes. We're gonna eat that up, and then we're going to have ice cream as dessert.
A few moments later.
Alright folks, we are back with the ice cream. So I just measured out exactly the same amount of ice cream that I had the other day, and we're just gonna sit and enjoy the ice cream and see how our glucose levels are affected. The difference is huge, especially if your meal does have that fiber. But of course, the best thing to do is reduce these cravings in advance by using these hacks and changing how you eat earlier throughout the day. But if you just really can't wait, then consider using the earlier hacks like vinegar or moving afterwards. After all, a smaller spike is always better than a bigger one. And now, ladies and gentlemen, time for the ultimate meal.
We have the biggest meal of all, some gochujang, carbonara pasta, sirloin steak, and some sauteed vegetables. This is a lot, so I think my glucose level is gonna spike up.
One humongous meal later.
Oh my god guys, I'm like almost done. I'm so tired already. But yeah, I just ate it in the order I usually do, which is like a mixture of everything. And oh my god, I think I need to take a nap after this.
Hey guys, the tiredness is really kicking in and I'm craving something sweet. And what do you know? I just checked my glucose graph. It is spiking down. So yeah, it's really cool to see how I'm feeling does match up with the glucose reading.
The next day.
We're about to have the second big meal. First step is apple cider vinegar, so we're gonna do exactly that. Add a bit of this and then just add a bit of water and of course drink it with a straw. Oh, that's all done. The food looks spectacular today, may I add.
Of course, we're gonna start off with the green starter. Super excited. Bon appetit. Green starter done. Now to the vegetables. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting really full. I think it's the green starter. It's definitely filling. Now finally, the pasta. This is a big meal. All cleared. I think my stomach's gonna explode. We're gonna go out for our final hack.
Ooh, hello guys. We are just walking around the block. It is quite windy and it seems like it's gonna rain, so I might have to go in soon. Yeah. We're gonna see how this goes. The hacks made a difference and lowered the glucose spike. The more hacks you use, the better it is. You have nothing to lose. But also remember, using one hack is better than none. So try to do whatever you can with whatever you have. I also want to add, the pace at which you eat makes a huge difference as well. You could be using all the hacks there is in the world to reduce that glucose spike, but if you're eating really quickly, it's gonna reduce the effectiveness of it. I mean, it makes sense because if you're eating fast, you're really pushing down the food and breaking down that glucose really quickly into your bloodstream. So, what is the best hack? It's really hard to say, but personally, I felt the most difference from eating fiber first, whether that's through eating in order or my green starter. Overall, I just felt less tired and less hungry throughout the day. Everyone is different, and each hack will have a different outcome on each person. So have fun and experiment with yourself. See how you feel after meals and try listening to your body. And that is it. I really hope you guys found this video helpful. It was definitely helpful for myself. And big shout out to Glucose Goddess herself. Her book is pure gold and I highly recommend you get your hands on it. If you are planning to try any of these hacks or have done so already, please comment down below and let me know what works for you and what didn't. With that all said, let's remember to be grateful for the food we have every day. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless. You got this. We got this. We got this. We got this. Okay.